Good day, TNT. Well, by the time all you get this is good afternoon. You hear him in the background?
Yeah.
You hear him? I tell all you, he go dead soon, you know. Panchito, he go dead soon. And then we go roast him, we go cook him.
Panchito is gonna outlast you.
You hear she? You hear Miss Bleed and Simple? That blasted goose go outlive every blasted body. When the world end, only thing go be left is cockroach and that flipping goose. Anyway. Another blessed day. Another beautiful day. Like I tell all you, every day the Lord Father give you is a blessed day. Good, bad, or indifferent. So take a second out your day and make sure you give thanks. Show some gratitude for the day He give you, because He give you and He ain't had to give you. So show some gratitude. Anyway, up early today. Relatively early. Nah, not relatively early, yeah. But nice sleeping. But for Sunday, early, it's about 8 o'clock. So we had something to do this morning. I had some concrete work and things to do today, so we had to go buy sand and all kind of thing, yeah. So just come back home there. So anyway, it was a late video yesterday, but I wanted to give all you a look around, let all you see. So now we back today, and here's the latest. So there we go. Now, not the dotish Alexander, not that one who say India would send a nuclear bomb, not that dunce cap, not that one. The next Alexander, Mr. Steroid, yeah, that Alexander, head of security or whatever he is, say no, this is nothing. The Americans in Trinidad is no big deal. It's just a training exercise. Just training. This is normal. Okay, now let me unpack that. I tell all you China was involved. Now it come out China send weapons and all kind of thing there. I tell all you that from the beginning. I tell all you Russia was there already. Okay, them deny that. Now I'm telling all you Iran involved too. Wait and see. But moreover, look at what's going on in America right now. A couple days ago, I tell all you that if America launch an attack on Venezuela, it'll be one of the biggest mistakes they make, because they have over 6 million Latin American people there from South America alone. We're just looking at the Bolivarian region, so Colombia, El Salvador, Ecuador, etc. around there. Not El Salvador, sorry, Ecuador, Venezuela, Colombia, I think Belize too, a couple others, but that region there, over 6 million. And that is just there. Now, how much, what percentage of them would be in the US military? What percentage of them will be in the police force? What percentage of them would be gang members, etc.? And what percentage would be just your average tax-paying, law-abiding citizen? So let me say 15% the military, and next 20% in the police force, like 35%. Then you start to break it down. By the time you get down there, maybe more than half of them, so say about 3 million, have the ability to launch an attack on the United States from inside. Now the FBI and the CIA and National Security come out and say they have been getting serious threats that they're taking it lightly. They are warning that if any attack happens on Venezuela, there will be massive attacks on Miami, LA, New York, New Jersey, Washington, and so on. Massive attacks. Texas, places like that. Because when you get to Texas and parts of California, I think it's run by the cartel, the Mexican cartel. Mexico right now almost in a stage of collapse. All the people protesting the government. But here's the problem when people start to protest. They focus all the rage and energy on the government, which they should. But what them are doing is paying attention to the criminal and them in the background. So that will give them an ideal opportunity to act. Now, all of them cartel and them flooding America now. Flooding it. But how they could do that? Well, the cartel, most of the cartel in the United States and Mexico was started by former U.S. military personnel. Delta Force, Green Beret, them started. The Sinaloa cartel and all them things was started by them. It wasn't started by the Mexicans, It was started by them to control the drug trade. So, you have military trained man flooding through Mexico, coming through Mexico, flooding Texas. You have other forces from inside, from the northern states coming towards the center. They surrounded from inside. Now, they go to Venezuela. The only option they have is to bomb first. They go do that first. They go try and wipe out all the radar or the missile systems along the coast. They will try. But any way you look at it, them are taking nothing without putting boots on the ground. Period. What them hoping to do is bomb them and Maduro go give up. But Maduro is not the problem. Yes, he's a problem, but Maduro is not the only problem. Because once you start to bomb the country, the citizens living in that country will start to revolt. And then you have about 8 million of them that will now despise America more than they hate Maduro. And that will activate militia groups and everything in the United States, as well as Trinidad and Tobago. So that is where I'm going to right now. Because if they have the ability to launch massive attack in the United States, you feel them not there in Trinidad and Tobago. And that is why the US military there. That is why the US military have boots in the ground in Trinidad and Tobago. That is why them tell is a training exercise. No, partner, it's not no training exercise. This is what's going on. The government activate all the military in Trinidad and Tobago. They right now on a campaign. That is why they're going through all the neighborhood and thing. That is why you see the military up and down Trinidad and Tobago with gun and thing. That is why you see an American military with gun and thing. That is why you're seeing it. Because they know something is imminent. And Trinidad does not have the forces to deal with nothing. They can't deal with the blasted criminal they have now. Them go deal with a militia. World War I and World War II. They sent thousands of Trinidadians here to dead for nothing. They use them as cannon fodder. What do you think they're going to do to Trinidadians now? The same blasted thing. When America launches war, they're using Trinidadians as cannon fodder. And if anybody feel that Trinidadians will not end up there, so you just as blasted, dotish as Kamala. They will have to. And once this commences, America, under national security, or more likely, the Trinidadian government, under the guise of national security, will hand over control and security of all of our resources to the United States of America. And when they do that, they may never gain it back. Watch and see. So, keep your eye open. You're going to see real bombers flying through. That ain't going to stop. You're going to see an increased police force, increased military force, and increased boots on the ground by United States. See, I tell all you they will put boots on the ground. Miss Kamala come out and say that is a lie. Sobers Beach come out and say that is conjecture. Alexander, Mr. Steroids, he said no, it's nothing to worry about, just a training exercise. And the Dotish one, well, leave here alone. Partner, he's slow, He's slow. So we ain't go harass him. He's slow. Penelope Beckles out there talking, well, we shouldn't be doing this and shouldn't be doing that, and we know. But them I do want us when they was there except rob the country. Them ain't go do nothing. Prices of everything going up. They do they just do a survey in North America. Now, one thing I have to understand, the 3 top oil producing nations in the world, Venezuela, Saudi Arabia, and Canada, the countries with the most oil in the world. Canada just do a study, and they show that prices this year, the past couple months, have increased by over 41% across the board. That is just Canada, and them have real oil. Real oil. Them rich. And them suffer in there. America is on the list, you know. America have one ass. But what they have is weapons. And what they have is military. So what they does use is force. They go threaten you. And if you want to give them what they want, they go come in and take your country. Not one country. No. Only one country in all of the Americas, from Central America, from Mexico, Central America, all the way down to South America. Only one nation, one, was not affected by the United States and affected negatively. Only one, and that is French Guyana, because it was under the control of the French government. Only one. And if you look up the histories of this nation, these nations, it don't play out nice, you know. It's always the same song and dance. We're coming in to help you. You have a bad government. The government is drug dealers. The government is traffickers. The government is the communists. The government this, all kind of thing they're telling them. The government, the United States, inserts propaganda to stir up civil unrest in the nation so that they can come in and put in the government they want. And when they put in their government, death always follows. Period. They went to Afghanistan there, so 20 years they may do one ass except kill them people there, so 20 years. Libya, same thing. Iraq, same thing. El Salvador, Chile, Guatemala, all the way through, but they mess up. Venezuela in the 1970s and 80s is America was shipping cocaine. Not Colombia. America. America was shipping cocaine through Venezuela. Them talking about the boat that bring in drugs. But what about the blasted shipping containers that shipping all the drugs and guns that coming from Guyana and Suriname? Shipping containers. They may say nothing about that. They may touching them boat. But them going after them small blasted pirogue and saying them going to America. All right. You go ahead, partner. You let them sell you pregnant birds. You go ahead. Believe that one. It are not, they're lying to you. They're lying. They're using all of this as an excuse to take resources. Look at who America is forming alliances with. Look at who they are associating with. America was fighting Al-Qaeda and ISIS and all this bullshit for donkey years. The leader of Syria right now was former Al-Qaeda, or is Al-Qaeda and ISIS. That man was killing American soldiers. That man, they have him on video and thing with holding the heads of 2 Christians in his hand and taking a picture and smiling. The United States had a $10 million bounty on his head. But he cut his beard and he cut his hair and he put on a suit and now he's a politician. And Donald Trump had him inside the White House. The same man them was fighting and had a bounty on his head to kill him. They had him there. Now Donald Trump say he's a good man. Donald Trump say he's friends with Erdogan, the leader of Turkey. He destroyed Turkey. They slaughter Christians all through Turkey. They chase them out of the country. And that same man putting money in the hands of Al-Jolani to slaughter Christians and Jews in Syria. But he's a good man. Donald Trump is saying one ass. But he going after Nigeria. Why? Because Nigeria have oil. Nigeria have resources. The only country, America, going after a country with resources because their country is on the verge of collapse. But when they attack Venezuela, it will be the biggest military mistake in history. It will destroy their nation from inside because them allow so many people in their country. And plenty of these people, me care how long you live there. Me care if you come there and your grandchildren born in America too. If your motherland is being attacked by the nation you living in, 8 out of 10 people will react. So America is in for a rude awakening. And they don't know what China shipped there. So America is not in Trinidad and Tobago for any blasted training exercises. They are preparing for war. And they are there in Trinidad and Tobago because they know there is militia and there's foreign intel groups in Trinidad and Tobago. As well as you have the Chinese that have a what do you call it, embassy, 39 Alexander Street. They know what's going on. And America cannot step foot in Trinidad soil, nor in our waters, without consent from the government of Trinidad and Tobago. So when them tell all of them and know nothing, they blasted lying because them have to give consent. It goes against maritime law. It goes against international law. It goes against the UN law. And it breaks the laws of Trinidad and Tobago, the SOFA law. They must have consent. They can't just show up there and do what they ask they want. Like Big Head what's his name? Sobers, like Sobers Beach, the bat signal. Like you say, America could do what they want. They can't do what they want. They must have consent. So when they tell all of them and know nothing, they blasted lying. And when they say nothing going to happen, they lying too. Because it's wartime and they're preparing for a war. And that war will definitely touch Trinidad and Tobago. 100%. And you will notice that the first thing will happen is everything in the country, all the commodities, all your groceries, everything you need will start to skyrocket and skyrocket fast. Because America will need a bulk of those goods, especially food and gas. They will need it for the war effort. And it will go to them first before you get. You ain't gonna have food, but them go get the best of the best. So, given the threats that going on in America right now, and what's going on there, and what's going on in Mexico, They will use these massive protests in Mexico to launch a major attack on the United States as the United States attacks Venezuela, because now Mexico will get involved. And America must have Mexico. Why? Because Mexico produces a vast majority of their food and the manufacturing come from Mexico. They must have it. Mexico going to get involved. And rumors are Brazil is already involved. They just have come out and say it yet. Brazil and Cuba. Because when Venezuela, not Venezuela, Russia, the last flight they had to Venezuela, when they leave Venezuela, they went straight to Cuba. And Cuba is off the coast of Florida. And they're saying there will be a massive attack on Miami. So them are telling you what's going on. They don't want you to know. They want to keep you stupid. They want you to believe that everything is fine. Nothing is going on. No, like Scam, I go say, oh, darling, don't worry, you know. It had nothing to worry about, you know. Don't worry, darling. While she there shopping for $1 billion saree. Nothing is going on. While she flying around on she magic carpet going to India all over the place. I hope she was there for the Gobar festival, you know. And I hope they real pelt she with Gobar. But nothing is going on. Nothing is going on. And the bat signal will go up there so I say nothing is going on. And Alexander come out after he just come from Egypt choking up his backside with all them steroids. Nothing going on. All of them. Nothing going on. Nothing going on at all. Until it start to happen. And then all of them go take off and hide. You go hear from them at all. When they start to get quiet, watch yourself. America now going to conduct operations in Trinidad and Tobago. They are already conducting operations in Trinidad and Tobago. And the SOFA law granted them authority to do so. And carry weapons. And use deadly force, if necessary, in Trinidad and Tobago. And then they're going to take Trinidadians, them soldiers, and ship them right to Venezuela when the war starts. Because them are taking nothing without boots on the ground. And once they put boots on the ground, the fight they will have on their hands, and it will be at every corner, every street, every building, every piece of acre of bush they have there, they will have to fight. And them are only fighting the Venezuelans, they fight in Colombia. And Colombia, the entire military was designed for bush fighting. Because most of them cartels will set up drug labs and things. They set it up in downtown, you know. They set it up in the bush. And them are experts at jungle fighting. The last war Trinidad was in World War II. Not a fighting nation. And the British sent Trinidadians there to die. Because they didn't want to risk more lives of the British. So they sent Trinidadians. And that is what America coming there to do. They will send Trinidadians to go over there and dead. So that America could thief Venezuela oil. Then they go into Colombia. They already threatened Colombia. And they threatened Cuba. And they threatened Mexico. So now, America's picking a fight with everybody. And I don't care how big you is. You are fighting every man in the bar. So wait and see. Watch and see. You will see the complete collapse of the American economy and America as a whole. Watch and see. Alright, so I'm going to give a short one for this update. Might give all your update later on. If I hear anything, I'll let all you know. But as always, As always, remember, all of these one people that have no difference. That is the illusion they create. That you're different. Because God make all of we. God make all of we family. The illusion is that you're different. And they say that so they could put everybody in a different pen. Tell everybody a different lie. Put a tag on all our ears and then lead every last one of we to the same blasted slaughterhouse. And then they go collect money. That is the illusion that we different. So, look out for your brother and sister. Remember, love your brother and sister as you love yourself. Love them as you love yourself. Because together we aspire. Together we achieve. But divided, all of you will fall together. So, God bless all you. God guide all you, and God keep all you safe. God grant all your strength, love, and compassion. Remember, love your brother and sister as you love yourself. Don't listen to the government. They're lying to you. They're mamagaing all you. They're giving all you some cock and bull story. They're not telling the truth. Because they damn well know war is here because it had no blasted reason for America to have boots on we ground. Have no reason. So they're lying to you. That's not a training exercise. That's a military operation that is being conducted right now in Trinidad and Tobago. So they're lying. Make sure you have provision, and make sure you're prepared. Fed up tell all you, make sure you have medicine, make sure you have food, you have water, you have gas, you have things to cook. Make sure, because when things start, you ain't gonna get it. So be prepared and make sure.
Tell them to get one of those water filters without electricity, like the one with that.
My wife said get one of them water filter thing. Like you don't use electricity, yeah? You have a filter on the top. Get a water filtration system. If you could get one, get one. But all you already know how to boil water and thing. All you know how we do it, eh? We know how to boil water and thing. So, but make sure you have water, importantly. Make sure access to water. That's going to be real important, eh? Make sure you have access to water. Alright, so till later. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day, and I have some work to do here, so we're going to talk later. Take it easy.